pop kismet. Ikke de space, så lidt du kan John Rock. Overlet, der på right top, walk begge to partner. They can get a tube sock, watch titty, tube top, GameStop, give me like 50. Says sell game fans, give me like 2 like flame, react, flambe's made in a place you can't be at. Sweat, kismet.
Shower, finished. Workout, finished. Brushed my teeth, finished. Ruined brushing my teeth while drinking coffee. It's getting done right now. Smoothie, done. Vitamins, taken right now, I guess, right? Let's go with the fish oil. I'll tell you, the reason I did that was because my protein smoothie that I usually take, well, not usually take, which I always take, has a lot of vitamins in it already, so I'd rather just spread out the vitamin intake throughout the day, especially since that smoothie was my first meal. I'm probably not going to eat for a while, so I'm going to need the extra dose of vitamins in the day because I don't get the vitamins needed through the food that I intake. It's just something that happens. I think most people, especially like professional athletes, and I'm not saying I'm a professional athlete, but you got to get those vitamins somewhere. Workout today was a 1 mile run, followed by 50 single leg squats or pistol squats. Mine definitely weren't looking like pistol squats. I had very ugly pistol squats. So 50 pistol squats, 50 regular squats or front squats. Back squats doesn't matter. The ones that I did, or I guess technically front squats, is I had to use 2 dumbbells. But 50 squats and then 50 lunges. I did those with kettlebells. So the squats were 50 pounds and the lunges were 70 pounds, the weight that I used. A single leg squat, it was just my body weight. So I usually don't do single leg squats. The reason why is because I don't have the mobility for it. On my left side, I can do them. I can't do them great. The strength isn't there. And on my right side, I don't have the mobility to do them. So it's just hard to get into the position at all. So when I do them on this side, the form is super ugly. My left leg wraps around my right leg just for me to be able to get low enough. But I did them. I tried to make them as legit as possible. First mile, I got under 7 minutes, which is something that I ran out to do. All the other miles that I have done, when I looked at the splits, because I've been doing a lot of 5Ks, they were all around 7 minutes and change. So the goal was this first mile, I want to get under 7 minutes. So I did. It was sub 7 minutes. I think it was like 6 minutes and 52, 51, 53, somewhere around there for the mile. So I was happy with that, especially since I haven't done that since I started running a couple months ago. And I've only been running twice a week. And then I changed it up where one day is like a sprint workout where I have a workout where I include a sprint in it. And then the other day is just like a long distance run. So I've been kind of intermixing all of those. So 2 miles a day, it was really good. After I got through the 50 pistol squats, which were a fucking hassle. And I wasn't like, since I was so focusing on like trying to get down position, I wasn't focusing on my breath. And I was just getting so out of breath and I was like, this is annoying. And 50 was a lot. It was fucking a lot. So 50, then the front squats, killed those, I broke those. And first set was 25, second set was 15. And then last set was 10. I think that math makes sense. And then I did the same thing with the lunges. 25, 15, then 10. So after I was done with that, changed the shoes, and boy, did I take my time changing those shoes. So I changed the shoes for the run just because I didn't want to have Corona all over my floor. Corona's still alive. They just shut down Europe because of this shit. It's wild. Or UK. I don't even know anymore. Like, they broke apart. Who knows what's happening with this US election? Everything's gonna get recounted. We're gonna have Bush all over again. It's gonna be wild. But I digress. feel like, am I even getting affected by those? I think sadly I don't make enough money to really be affected, but maybe it's the poor people who get affected the most. Maybe that's the whole point. Second mile. Woo. Second mile is just like, all right, goal is to keep pace with the first mile. First mile was what? That's 6 minutes and 50 something seconds. That did not happen. It was definitely not sub 7, but it was sub 8, just by a little bit. I think, what was it? I think this one was 7 minutes, maybe 48 seconds, I want to say, that the pace was. Because once I went out to go run, the muscles in my body said, how dare you even think of this? How dare you try to move at this speed, which isn't even that fast, when you just did 150 squats? So I listened to my body and I was just like, all right, let's just get used to moving our body while feeling like this for a couple meters, and then pick it up when we know that our body feels good and we can pick it up. So I kind of had a better idea of what an exact mile was when it came to going from my house, wrapping around to do a loop and get back to my house. So that was quite good. I was quite happy about that. That I figured out the distance, so now I know exactly where a mile is in a loop to my house, and that is great. And I can include workouts that I do other shit with the mile runs, because I really want to get better at that. I want to see if I can keep the second mile closer. That's going to be the goal now. I want to try to keep this the second mile closer to the first mile. I don't really think I'm going to have the potential, or at least right now, to get the second mile to be better than the first, but I do want to get it as close. Because the middle part is hard, but it's what I know. It's easy. It's picking up weights, moving your body. It's the running part that you get uncomfortable with, because you don't want to blow yourself up on the run, and then when you get back to those weights, you are taking far too long to get those weights moving. So what was it? I guess I did maybe, I was 40 seconds. I think that's what the math was. It was like 40 plus seconds over first pace. So I'm going to try to get that closer and closer, either by a lot of seconds or a little bit of seconds. But we're definitely going to try to get that closer, especially now that I'm comfortable, like I said before, with the distance of a mile in a loop from my house. So now that I know that, I'll know where to push and where to kind of slack off. But I do want to get to a point where I could just be like, all right, it's time to push it to the limit. That was a really, really good workout, especially since I didn't work out the last 2 days because of my shoulder. I just didn't want to do much with it. So that's why today was heavily focused on the legs. Of course, holding weights in position, it does do something to the upper body, but it's not as taxing as a push or a pull would be. So it felt good to do, and I also felt like doing that workout would some way actually help the pain that I'm feeling. Because like I said before, I feel like it was overextended from a punch and from all the heavy pull-ups that I ended up doing prior to that, and then just extending it with that tension, I guess, or that breakup of the muscles being fresh from earlier in the morning. So I'm really hoping that this gets better, because even with the yoga, like, you could still feel like I feel unsafe stretching or doing anything, pulling or pushing with this side of my body. So might as well just focus on the legs, get that booty looking right, and go from there. So I'm excited. This workout was great. Definitely try this workout. Let me know if you try it in the comments below. But we are not finished here. We're gonna do a fake ad. And it's not really a fake ad, but more of, I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm gonna be trying with this bad boy deodorant. I'm gonna be using it on my feet. My pits smell, but you can handle that. It's also Corona time. I don't see nobody. I don't give a fuck if I actually do stink. But if you care, I'm gonna let you know in a little bit, in a month or whenever this finishes, if it actually worked. But like I said, I'm gonna be using it on my feet. I was given this. They were like, bro, your feet smell. Try it out. And I was like, I'll try it out. So I'm gonna start using this. It says deodorant for underarms and private parts. So if you got some dick cheese, if you got some goat balls, you can put it on them. It says aluminum free, baking soda free, and naturally scented. What does that even mean? And somebody just like sweated into this deodorant. They're tears. They're vegan tears. So yeah, I'm gonna try this out on my feet, because really the issue is my feet. I feel like I take a shower and my feet still smell. It's quite bad. So we're actually gonna try this out. It says lavender sage, because everything vegan needs to be some type of hippie-esque sage. I don't know how this goes, and hopefully my feet don't smell anymore, but I doubt it. So the CrossFit Games just happened. We just saw Matt Fraser and Tia-Clair Toomey win once again. Matt Fraser getting his 5th win, and Tia-Clair Toomey getting her 4th. Now, since I've just been home, I'm really into CrossFit. And my bias towards it flipped and changed, because even if you watch like the old school competitions, because I believe that their competition started in 2007. So if you look at those, or you look back at just any CrossFit gym competitions, like all their form was trash. Like they didn't focus on technique, they focused on hurt. And obviously that's not good in the long run. But obviously as the sport picked up more steam and the athletes wanted longevity, they had to change up. They had to change the sport, basically. They had to change the idea of the sport. So CrossFit cleaned up this act, and as you can see, the years and years and years that keep going forward, the athletes, I guess you would say, are getting stronger, even though most people doubt that human capacity could reach that far in such a short distance. Most would say that the technique changed, so you're seeing just athletes perform better. So either way, watching the athletes that are now watching this year's CrossFit Games, last year's CrossFit Games, even 2018's CrossFit Games, this era, the athletes know what they're doing. Obviously, the top 5 or top 10 know more than any of the top 100 would. But I think I'm gonna end up going to Arizona CrossFit, or maybe even CrossFit 718, and just checking out their classes, going for privates, and just learning the technique of the movements a little bit better, especially the gymnastics and the Olympic lifts, and get those down. And then I'm really, because I'm just throwing out my thoughts and ideas here, is start actually hosting throwdowns. And I'm definitely going to have the equipment for it, and just host these throwdowns with the weather gets better, where people just one-on-one throw down, come and one-on-one throw down. People come to watch. I think it'll be really fun. Now again, I don't know the legal obligations and just having 2 people work out, but it is better than the legal obligations of having 2 people just fight in a park, I'll tell you that much. This seems plausible, so it's definitely something that I want to start doing and start getting into, just because I think as somebody who's always been interested in fitness, your goals evolve, they expand, and you always want to improve not just like your fitness, but just your overall ability. So I definitely want to take those steps. I've even asked people close to me if they're interested in going, because I feel like that's always a good motivator. When you have people that you enjoy being in their company, going and reaching a goal with you, and especially if it's something that they're interested in, not just something that you're dragging them along to, because I've definitely done that. But that also like works out, especially if you have good communication and just like, bro, this was awesome. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate the help and the feedback. Just split. And those are kind of the best friends that you can end up having. Awkward to say, but it's true. But it's true. But what is this? I believe happened on Wednesday, my injury. So Thursday, Friday, it is now Saturday morning. And I can still feel it. It feels way better. I'm happy that I decided to take those 2 days off to kind of do nothing. All I really did was train 2 of my clients. I had a 8 a.m. session with Kay. Kay's awesome. I met her at Cobon's. Oh shit. Excuse me. I met her at Cobon's and she ended up reaching out months ago, and I've been training her ever since. I was going to Long Island, and Long Island, what was it called? Gantry Landing. Over there, beautiful view, I believe, of the city. Yeah, right across the street, Long Island city. So beautiful view of the city is like right by the river. And so many activities were happening over there. There was like kids karate. I saw this gym that would literally cart kettlebells and speed ladders and cones and things like that. Just cart them around, set up. Whoever knew about it or signed up about it would go and they would just work out there. Billions of little babies running around. It was really, really cool, nice setup. And it was a big enough space where you did feel comfortable, where it was just like everybody's pretty far away. Even though kids are so curious and just like coming up to stuff, it's like, why are you here, bro? Like, take care of your kid. You know there's a virus going on. You don't know where I've been. You have your kid just coming up, touching my shit, and got corona. Your baby got corona, and it's gonna be okay, your baby. But are you gonna be okay is the question. That's the question. We don't know. You might be. It's when the corona reaches your lungs, right? It's that, and when that bothers, that's when I guess you get long-lasting effects. But I don't know. I don't even think doctors know at this point. What am I talking about? But people wearing like nothing, and it's cold. Like, it's nice, but it's cold. And do you really need to show off your body? I guess you do. Everybody wants to show off. I guess that's why I'm doing this, so I can show you this fucking shirt. It's so comfortable. I think it's nice. Let me know if it's nice. But then, yeah, K at 8 a.m. That was the first time doing 8 a.m. because I have to then go to an office job. But then, I had a 5:45 session with Gabe, and that was a lot of fun. It actually flew by. We were talking a lot of shit, so it just made the session go by. We were doing the slip shuffle to hook combination. I've been trying to cement that down with a lot of my clients. It's just a fun little thing to do. Heavy Tyson influence, but teaching Muay Thai fighters how to use their feet, might as well. It's good to learn footwork, and a lot of times people are just taught to move in a straight line, and that's fun and all, but it's good to switch things up. I feel like just be overall good. It's like the what's that samurai guy's name? He wrote that book where you feel like you should train your body and your mind just as hard. I definitely don't do that. I should read a book. I'm reading Harry Potter, actually. I'm reading Harry Potter for like months. It's a child's fucking book. Laziness. But you can't do everything. You should. Getting dark super early, but shouts out. So the spot that we were training at, the lamp was not working. It was like flickering like a horror movie. I was like, what's happening? I feel like a demon's about to pop up next to these people that I'm training. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to have to spar Gabe and also this demon that's trying to catch us. I don't. But then they fixed the light. God bless. Whoever's up there. Allah bless. I don't even know what that's right to say. The lamp is staying strong, so the nighttime is no issue, which I'm really happy about. when the weather becomes an issue, that'll be a thing. But if you're in the New York area and if you know a spot where they allow trainers to rent out space and time, possibly equipment, but usually the space has the equipment. But if you know a place like that, please let me know in the comments below. Because as the winter starts coming, because winter is coming, and it seems like it's going to be just as bad as the Game of Thrones ending. I need a place to move these said clients to. So please let me know if you know such a place. I know a couple places in Brooklyn, but most of my clients city ready. So that'll just be an easy location to go to. So please, if you know, let me know. So yep, goals for the future: get this 1 mile run in the beginning to be slightly faster. So maybe even closer to 6:40, 6:30, and have the 2nd mile run be closer to that 1st mile pace. That's going to be the goals. Also goals, have this bad boy over here get better so I could do more pull-ups, because pull-ups are fun. And also let me know which grips I should get. If anybody knows what good grips for pull-ups. I don't like gloves, but if you know any grips, let a homie know.
Pop kismet, equity space, silly do con John Rockets, Marmalade operator top off, bigger 2 pond. Think you get a 2 sock, watch titty, 2 top GameStop, give me like 50. Says sell game fans, give me like 2 like flame, react, flambe's made in the place you can't be at. Sweat, kismet, pops it, looking like I'm all stop. Indirect shots just tickle my ear, hit not, go straight and lick in my vid, poof. That's just how little I did, poof. Take samples, I'ma spit my shit, no truth, no sample, shit I got paid. Willie Mays days.